Hey folks, it's Glenn the Ball Chef, and I got a big question for you. Went down to your local bar or tavern. You see that big jar behind the bar there, filled up with the little multicolored eggs or colored eggs swimming around in that jar. Probably always wondered what they tasted like, but you may not have had the stomach for it, or it might have scared you a little bit having that bartender reach down in there and pull out one of them pickled eggs. Well, down at my bar, we had that big jar back there. It's about the size of Jay Leno's head, big old jar. And we'd go through, well, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 dozen eggs. 4, 5, 6 dozen eggs a week. They were that good. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make up a pickled egg without having to go through the horror of having some greasy bartender reach down into that jar and pull out one of them eggs. You can make them right at your house, and they taste real good with beer. So let me show you how I do them. Alright, so what we've done is we've got a pot of water on a boil, and we're going to put a dozen eggs in here. Now these are just brown eggs, but they are 100% natural, cage-free eggs. You just use regular white eggs. I'm going to put all a dozen of these in here. I'll come back. We're going to boil these for 12 minutes. Alright, it's been 12 minutes. We've got hard-boiled eggs here. Crack these things off. And what we're going to do is we're just going to peel these eggs up. And we get them all peeled up. All 12 of them. I'm going to come back and I'll show you the next step. Alright, so we got our dozen eggs peeled up here. All the shells taken off. We're going to put in about 4 of them in here, 5 maybe. And I've got some pickling spices. I put in about a tablespoon to start. Put in a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of salt, and then I've taken a beet, put about half of a chopped beet in there, and a couple of jalapenos sliced thin, and then I'm going to take some white vinegar, just top that first part off about like that, and I'll put my next batch of eggs in. The rest of the beets. If you don't like the jalapenos, you don't need to add those. I like a little spice. Put in about a teaspoon of black pepper. And we'll just top off the rest of the pickling spices. And then we can fill the rest of this jar up with some vinegar. About 3/4 of the way so that all the eggs are covered up. Put the lid on this, and I'll put this guy in the refrigerator, and we'll come back in a couple days and see what we got. Hey, it's Glenn the Ball Chef, and as you can see here, these beets have turned this vinegar and pickling spices beet red, and that's the way I like it. We're going to fish out one of these pickled eggs out of this little jar here. I'll be a gentleman about it, use some tongs, see if I can get me a nice one out of there. Just fish one right out. As you can see there, they kind of look like a little colored Easter egg. Fitting for this time of season. They go real well with beer, but I've never been much of a beer drinker, so I think I'll have me a shot of whiskey with these. Get a little bit of old number 7 here going. Just a little shot. A little shot in there. Let's give this tavern egg or pickled egg, whatever you want to call it, homemade style, taste. Now those chili peppers that I put in the jalapeno peppers, if you don't like hot, you don't need to put them in there. But I like the way they taste. Man, that's some kind of good. You want to give this thing a try? It's exactly how you do it. You can't go wrong with it. They're good to have around. They keep for quite a while in the fridge. Nice to have around. Summertime treat. Feed them to your guests. Nice conversation piece. Anywho, it's Glenn the Ball Chef. Thanks for watching, and as always, bon appetit.